This has nothing to do with anything, but I just want to say somebody who I was dating let me talk about Emily in Paris for 30 minutes straight, and they've never seen the show. So I feel like if they were able to listen to me, so are you. Enjoy. Hi, my name is Selena. I should have filmed this before, but I didn't. Okay. I'm kind of nervous. I haven't been on YouTube in a really long time because of reasons. So today I want to talk about Emily in Paris. This is a show that I've love watched. I don't know, like I have a weird relationship with it. Emily in Paris came out in 2019, 2020, I think. Emily in Paris is an American romantic comedy drama television series created by Darren Star for Netflix. The series stars Lily Collins as an aspiring marketing executive, Emily Cooper, an American who moves to Paris to provide an American point of view to a French marketing firm. I know that that's what the show is about, but you can't tell by watching the show. Like me, a lot of people who watch Emily in Paris have a very hate-love relationship with it. We watch it, we tuning in, but it's a mess. It's a train wreck. So as a film major and a generally obnoxious person, I've taken it upon myself to do a little bit of media analysis with this. Basically, I want to fix this show. In my mind, I know that I can make this good, so I'm gonna try. Mind you, this video is made after season 2 and season 3 came out, so definitely there's been some developments, like character development. The show has definitely gotten better in some ways, but I'm starting from season 1, episode 1, pilot episode. I might go through another few key episodes in the show and like break them down too. Emily in Paris, episode 1. I broke up my notes into 4 categories, I believe. No, it was definitely way more than 4. Okay, hold on. Character, writing, potential scene, plot, costume, character, and general notes. That was way more than 4. And I'm doing this in the order of the actual events of the episode, but I think if I do another breakdown, then I'm gonna break it up specifically into the categories. So in the very beginning, I'm starting with 2 character notes. First, Madeline. I think Madeline could be a good character, but she's not fleshed out at all. We don't really see her interaction with Emily before she goes to Paris. So there's not really any stakes of her going to Paris because we can tell from how familiar that they are with each other. Then obviously, you know, they're friends, whatever. But we have no evidence of that because we've never seen like their rapport. I would say the same thing for Doug, and Doug is literally her boyfriend. Like that's the main person that's supposed to be significant to her and significant to the fact that she goes to Paris, this person that she's leaving behind. There are 3 basic questions about Doug that have not been answered.
What is his last name? How long have they been together? What is their relationship like at all?
We have nothing to answer any of those questions. Next, I have a writing note. Emily just decides to go to Paris. There's absolutely no indication that Doug has a problem with her going to Paris. She just goes, and then like he just makes that little joke that she doesn't speak French, but that's actually the least of her worries. Like she should care more. The line, "It's the French that should be worried." She's dead too. Oh my God, we're dead. Would have so much more impact if we actually knew what her personality was like before she went to France, any of her hobbies. But she doesn't have hobbies because she's not a person. Oh, by the way, I hate Emily. I don't know if you've noticed. And she's truly one of the most dislikable main characters. And somebody made a video on that. I might link it in the description. Nobody likes her. The next part of my writing notes, she tells the bag check concierge nigga when she gets to Paris, she tells him, oh, this is the 5th floor. And that's like not how it works in Paris. But like, girl, why would you just assume that he got it wrong? Like, I don't know. That was kind of annoying to me. And then like when she said like chambre de what now? That was just so corny. Like, I get it's like a whole American in Paris, fish out of water, but that's just so corny to me. Like, that's not the line that she needed to say. So my next category of notes is potential scene. One potential scene is her imagining what her life would be like having a daydream of her life in America versus her life in Paris before she gets to Paris, or even after she gets to Paris, but there needs to be some comparison between her lives because we don't know. Imagining her future with Doug, a big part of the show, especially season 3, is the comparison, I guess, conflict a little bit between Sylvie and Madeline, because they're supposed to be parallels of each other. I think that it would be nice to have maybe like a split screen or something to see the differences and the similarities between Madeline and Sylvie. Another writing note, when she said, "You lost me at bonjour," that's so dreadfully corny. Also, the Rosetta Stone line, gross. Hated it. Boo. Character note, Patricia, just Patricia, like that didn't need to be in the show at all. What did we learn? What did we learn? And it's no. Next, I have two things about the plot. One, why would French social media for French products that are being marketed to French people need an American point of view? Like, am I bugging? Am I bugging? She talks to Doug and we still learn nothing about Doug. I don't know any of his personality traits. I don't know what he's like. I know nothing about him. And he's in the show. For Doug to be a somewhat important character, I hate how little I know about him. Costume. This blue blouse is so ugly to me. I am genuinely haunted by the image I see before me. Like, I'm scared. Why was this the first day outfit choice? And why was it paired with that skirt? Next, I have a note for the plot. The bakery scene didn't need to be in it. Could completely be scrapped. Next note, how did she not know when her own office opens? Did she not sign any documents? Did they not do an onboarding orientation process? Did no one speak to her before her first day? That doesn't make any sense. Third note, why did Patricia run from her? Why was she running? Like, if she didn't understand, she could have just like not talked for the meeting or whatever, but like she ran. Another note for Patricia for the writing, why did she just say no? None of this makes sense. Plot, expand on the "you look American," because that's said in a lot of foreign countries, or like foreigners who come to America will say that like Americans look American, but like that means something different to all of them based on what their culture in their home country is like versus America. So like expound upon that, because as non-French people, we wouldn't know what we look like to French people. Yet another writing note, somebody made a video on how they use Mindy as like this Asian character that says like snarky remarks about Asian things because she's Asian and she gets away with it, but like the writers are white. Linking that one too. Mindy says Chinese people are mean behind your back and French people are mean to your face. Girl, could have kept that at home. Didn't need it. Plot. Oh my God. This show would be unpopular opinion. This show would be astronomically better if it was Mindy in Paris.
Mindy has personality.
She can sing. She had she has an actual backstory. We learn more about Mindy and Sylvie than we ever learn about Emily, even up until the 3rd season. I would love to see and hear more about Mindy's year here, because it's supposed to be her spending a little bit more time in France and actually speaking French versus Emily working in a marketing job and not speaking French at all and not being in Paris for a whole year yet until, later on. Another plot note, why would they think that she couldn't literally just Google La Pluque? And she did. So she knew that they were calling her a hit. Like, it was a 30-second interaction? Why would they think that they could just get away with it? That doesn't make any sense. She has Google. Here's another note for writing / plot. Luke saying that, you know, they worry that her ideas are different and maybe they're better. That's another opportunity to show the difference between the American perspective and the French perspective. But again, they don't do that. And instead they just make it seem like French people are like jealous of her or something. Like they're being haters for fun. Or like making them so like they feel inferior or embarrassed. They feel ashamed to be compared to her. Two potential scenes. One, pouring herself into learning French, like aggressively learning French after they call her La Plouc, because it would make sense for her to be embarrassed and be like, you know what, let me get on my shit. Which again, she never does until technically season 3, but then like she actually doesn't learn that much French. Also, she was supposed to be really good in her field in America, so it would be nice to have her look at a photo of her being congratulated in America, you know, like I was gonna say winning a medal. You don't win medals for marketing, but you know, something. A note about the plot that several people have made, literally everyone on TikTok, anyone who ever speaks about Emily in Paris makes this plot note. How does she gain followers? Everything that she posts immediately goes viral, and there's no reason that it should. The captions are basic. She's literally posting everything that like any tourist that goes to France ever posts. So like, what's the buzz about her? And you can't even say like, oh, it's because she's like pretty. Because there's lots of people who are pretty and post things and don't go viral every time when they started out originally with like 50 followers. Not to be a hater, but she didn't do anything that warranted 20,000 followers. General note, Doug is a terrible actor, and I don't think he gets better over the show. Plot notes, that cyber sex scene, so unnecessary, ugly. Hated it, so cringe. Writing note having to do with the cyber sex scene, why would she start crying while he's still beating his dick? Dick out and she's sniffing. I just, why does she start crying while he beating his dick? You know? Also, they just so obviously have no chemistry. Like, there's no chemistry between these actors at all. At all. And then my last two notes in general, but also for my last two notes for plot, electrocuting the whole building off of one vibrator? Okay, if cyber sex is like so crazy, so wild to her, like beyond their wildest dreams in Doug and Emily's relationship, then why does she have a dildo? I feel like vibrating dildo is like above the level of like phone sex, you know? Am I bugging? Maybe I'm freaked out, let me know. But